Lastly, let's review our 30, 60, 90 triangles. So again, take a look at this triangle that's drawn out in the upper left corner. That reviews our formula for us. We have across from our 30-degree angle is our shortest side, which we will call A. Then across from the 60-degree angle, that's going to be the other leg, which is A root 3. And then across from our 90-degree angle, we have our hypotenuse, which is 2A. So let's go ahead and use these steps to help us solve these examples. So we'll start with our example on the left, and we will write the formula onto the triangle. So across from our 30-degree angle, our shortest side, we call A. Across from the 60-degree angle, we have A root 3. And then across from the right angle, our hypotenuse equals 2A. Then we're going to solve for A. So this is very similar to the 45, 45, 90, where we look at our three equations and we want to pick the one that's going to be easiest to solve for A. So in this case, I would use the equation 6 equals A root 3. Then I know I'm going to want my variable on the left side, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that right away. A root 3 equals 6. Then I'm going to divide both sides by the square root of 3. So I have A equals 6 over root 3. And again, notice that my denominator is a square root, and we don't want that. So let's go ahead and rationalize our denominator by multiplying by root 3 over root 3. Now we have A equals 6 root 3 over the square root of 9, which is just 3. Then we can simplify by taking 6 divided by 3, which is 2 root 3. Okay, next, let's use substitution to solve for the remaining sides. So, our other leg, we have B equals A, and we know what A is, so we can substitute that in. So we get B equals 2 root 3. Then lastly, our hypotenuse. We have 2A equals A, or we can flip it right away and say A equals 2A. So for this problem, remember the hypotenuse was called A to begin with. So we're not going to substitute it in on the left side. We're going to sub it in to our formula, the 2A. So we would say A equals 2 times 2 root 3. 2 times 2 root 3, we just multiply those 2's that are in front, and we get 4 root 3. So I know with that example, it was a little confusing because we had A on our triangle to start with and then also in our formula. So in that case, if you would prefer to use like the letter S in our formula, that would be okay too. All right, go ahead and pause the video to give the next one a try and check it when you're ready. I'll start by putting the formula on our triangle. Once we've done that, look for the easiest equation to help us solve for A. I would say to use the hypotenuse for this one. 2A equals 10. And then we divide by 2 on both sides and get A equals 5. Next, we'll use that A value and substitute it in to solve for the remaining sides. I'm going to go over to my shortest side, which is D equals A. I substitute 5 in for A, so we get D equals 5. Then lastly, my longer of the two legs across from our 60-degree angle, we have C equals A root 3. Substitute 5 in for A, and we get C equals 5 root 3.